This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Today, let's talk about Gunfire Reborn again. You know, I was playing my Steam, and I like coming to Steam because I want to see the future, right? And no matter how this ends up, I think in the very end, and at some point, 30, 40 years from now, whenever, all gaming is going to be done on some sort of computer, right? Maybe some sort of service, who knows? Maybe sooner than later. But the one thing I know for sure, because all that is speculation, the one thing I know for sure is that the way I game, the games that we played as kids, specifically my generation, all that is out. It's on the way out. And I equate video gaming to the music industry. The music industry started with some kind of music, and specifically rock and roll, say. You have the early video games, early ones, where just like Pong, and you can consider that like the 50s, were video games in the 1970s. And then when I came up, the 1980s were sort of like the 1960s of music, where you had different things come out. They would make all kinds of music. Everything could be a hit from different genres, different styles. And that's the way the video game industry was when I was growing up. There was no one dominant type of game. Video game studios can make any type of game. But here we are now, in the age of corporate gaming, in the age of cloud gaming. As I mentioned before in one of my videos, the cloud wars have begun. They really have. But that's when I come across something like this. Now, Gunfire Reborn, let me go over it real quick for those of you who are not familiar. This game is in beta. I think it's like $11.99 right now. I'm not sure if you can get the free one, or if there was one. I think I got this gifted to me by my son. Regardless, Gunfire Reborn is an adventure level based game. It's like it's a first person shooter, but it has roguelite and RPG elements. A player can control various abilities, and you can build gameplay that way. You can use randomly drop weapons that are across levels, and it can be played as a single player experience or in co-op. And it was done by Duoji Interactive Entertainment. They're based out of Hong Kong, out of all places, and that's when I started thinking about this. Future gaming not necessarily is going to be constrained to one country. It's not going to be all in the US. It's not going to be all in Japan. As gaming gets bigger, it's going to expand to different places as the technology spreads and people are able to create and share game engines. Different people are going to make different games. I played a couple of indie games that are made in different countries, Brazil, Switzerland, what have you. And I think that is where our legacy is going to live, right? It's not going to be in corporate gaming. And when I say our legacy, guys, I don't mean like we participated in the making of these games, but I mean in the gaming environment, the games that we enjoyed, the games that we made popular by playing them, right? Sort of like, bands today take elements from music of yesteryear, from the 90s, from the 2000s, and they recreate their version of it. I think that's what we're going to see in gaming. We're going to see, you can see it now with the Amico. They're making, for example, remade versions of old classics for the Intellivision. However you may feel about the system itself, it's nice to see those games. For me, myself, at least what I've seen so far, I would love to see the games that I fell in love with in the Intellivision that I never got to play in that form, right? Whether it's in the Amico or here on Steam, what have you. I would love to see those again. And I think that's where our influence is going to lie, and what I'm going to see as I get older, and I see different things. And I hope, a lot of gamers my age see that too, that see the parallels between the video game industry and the music industry, and how they sort of live in these parallel universes where they cross over in, certain ways, whether it's in censorship or regulation, or, how the industry changes because of corporate influences. But I am hopeful. When I played this game and had fun, and by the way, this is the new graphic, this is the new logo for 2020. I decided to freshen it up. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm doing this on Streamlabs. My computer's not powerful enough to stream, so I'm basically going to use it for recording anything that I play on Steam, and talk about it that way. Regardless, I played this. I played a couple of other games that made me hopeful that many of the genres and style of games that we enjoyed as kids are going to live on, and going to live on for a long time, and they're going to also influence game developers and game players for many years to come. Anyway, guys, I've uploaded quite a few videos already. They're not going to have this new graphic because I made them a while back ago, and this graphic actually just got finished. But I think I'm all the way up to September right now, and my goal is to have all Sunday videos uploaded as soon as I can for the end of the year, so you guys have something to look forward to on Sundays, which are going to be games from my collection. And I'll do them as I can, in random order, whether they're from the Xbox 360 or from the PS2. I mean, whatever I get my hands on, basically, is what I'm doing. And we'll move forward that way. Alright, guys. Never, ever be afraid to be happy. Where do you think our legacy is going? Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.